Hey everyone, Breathing Bricks here, and today I'm just going to be doing a kind of interesting video. I'm basically going to be reviewing 4 customs at the same time that I don't think are good enough to have videos of their own, but I think that they're good enough to showcase. Now you have to keep in mind that I've made most of these over a year ago, or over 2 years ago, or one of them actually 3 years ago, so yeah, these are kind of old, but anyways, let's get to the review. So our first guy here we have is a 501st Trooper. Now basically how I made this guy was more interesting than the others because I got a battle pack, sniper battle pack from Noble Artist, armor kit, and I won it in a contest with this figure right here, who actually lights up, and that was the contest prize. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I got this figure and the armor, and then I made a figure with it, so it's kind of like half my work, half Noble Artist's work, because he made the gun and he cut out all the armor pieces and stuff, and I just painted everything. So you can see here they just have 2 normal knee pads with 2 little lines there. This guy keeps falling over. And then just cloth that goes around all the way to the back, but it's covered by the pauldron behind the knee pads. And then there's just those 2 designs right there. And then there are 5, I believe, little ammo belts, so it just has like ammo in it and stuff like that. And then this design right here, which is printed on the minifigure, so I didn't paint that. And then here's the helmet. Not really too much. This guy is so annoying, keeps falling over. And then here's just the gray band that is on most of the clone troopers, and it just goes around there. Focus. Alright, so as you can see, it goes around, and then there's a black dot on that, and on that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then on the arms, you can see he has a shoulder pad on both of them, and then these cool little designs right here on this little wrist gauntlet thing, and then it has a knee pad, 2 knee pads, and same thing on both sides. And then you can see he has a little back to tank, whatever those things are, that I made, so I thought that was pretty cool. Or actually no, Noble Artist made that, but I painted it, so that's cool. And then you can see I have this shiny blue paint that I painted around the pauldron, which I think was a pretty cool detail. And I think this guy is probably the best looking figure out of these 3, but you guys can be the judge of that. You can put in the comments below which figure you think looks the best. And then I want to show you the sniper, because I think the sniper is Noble Artist did a really good job on this sniper. So I did not make this sniper, just keeping you informed. Don't want to take credit for something I didn't do. So you can see that. Really cool weapon. And yeah, so let's go on to the next guy. So this is a Stormtrooper. It's kind of like a Stormtrooper, but sort of like a clone trooper. I saw it in a comic book. I forget what he's called, but I think he's just also a sniper, or maybe not. He's part of some kind of battalion. If you guys know, it'd be really cool if you commented that below and told me what kind of trooper he is. But I made this guy about I'd have to say a year ago. Also, I forgot to say, I wanted to say how many pieces are on this guy, and I want to say there are 40, 15. There's about 20 pieces, maybe 20 plus, like 25 pieces on this guy. I think there's 20 actually on this guy, and then on the weapon I think there's I wouldn't know because I didn't make it, but I can kind of look. Looks like there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces on the weapon. So yep. And then on this guy right here there are there's 16 pieces on this guy, or 18 pieces on this guy, I think. And yeah, so let's move along. So you can see here I have these 2 little knee pads. Try to move that a little bit closer and focus it. So there's 2 knee pads right there. It's kind of like half, the bottom 3/4 of it is blue and then the top is white, and same on that one. And then I just drew 2 little black lines kind of showing the cloth in the back, because I don't really have, or at the time I was making this I didn't have any cloth to use. And then over here this is kind of like a 5s design, except it's an inverted design. So instead of drawing blue lines there, I drew blue and then white, and then I left it white, like I didn't paint that part. See, the camera's actually not really picking it up, but it's really thin lines, so that's kind of cool. And then you can see there's just a triangle piece right there, and then there are 4 ammo packs. And then this thing right here, I think it's like a comlink, but I'm not too sure. I don't really know what it is, but it's a pretty cool detail. And then I like the design on the chest there. That's also cool. It's kind of like a 3-pronged thing. And then I forgot to mention there's like little blue lines there for like boots. And then this is the probably most unique part of the figure, this line that goes down on the helmet. And again, I just want to say that I did not design this figure. I actually copied it off the internet. I don't think anyone else has made this in Lego, but I copied it from a comic book on the internet. So yeah, I did not come up with this. And then here are 2 little things there. And on the back you can see just these blue lines, and then that cool design on the back. I think I did come up with that because it didn't show the back of him. But. And then the arms are pretty generic. I forgot to do the black underneath, but that was just because of how I made customs back then. I didn't really paint the arms black before I put the armor on. And then here's his gun. So I will show you that. Looks cool. I kind of made it like a rustic kind of look, or not really rustic, but you'll see in a second. It looks kind of like an older gun. I don't know, I like the look I gave it. Looks pretty cool. There you go, you can kind of see that now. So yeah, that gun is pretty cool. And now let's move on to the next figure. So those are kind of like the lighter color guys, and then here is the next guy. So this guy is supposed to be a assassin trooper. This is a completely unique design, and this is one of the first noble artist style customs, or just painted custom styles that I made. This was like one of the first ones I ever made. And I actually made it not battle damaged, but then I decided to make it battle damaged. So yeah, that's how it turned out, because I just wanted to make it look really realistic, and I think it turned out pretty cool for being one of my first ever this kind of style customs. So alright, since the figure is pretty dark and the lighting is not really the best, it might be kind of hard to see this guy, so I apologize for that. But you can see there's 2 knee pads right there, with a red line going down, and the knee pads are black. They are metal pieces, but they are black. And then you can see they just another one of these pads right here, and with a red line going down, and then these two red lines there, just kind of where the ammo things should go. And then there's a really cool triangle design. I was actually pretty creative when I made this guy, for being one of my first custom guys. It's really hard to tell. I'll try to move it closer. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, sorry, my camera cut off. But as I was saying, there's these two kind of triangle pieces right here, but they're connected. Get this focused again. Camera's kind of being annoying, but yeah, you can sort of see that. And then it kind of goes up like that, and then kind of looks like a tie, I guess, but I don't really know. And then you can see there's two little air breathing things right there. And then the coolest part, of course, about this figure is his helmet. You can see this unique design that I made, kind of like a skull. I think this is a really cool design. It's kind of like Darth Vader, actually. I think that's what I based it off, but I just tried to make it pretty unique. I actually do think that there is a custom that Noble Artist made a really long time ago. I don't know if he has the video on his new channel, but it was kind of like a sand trooper, now that I remember, and he had something kind of like this, but it wasn't really like that. So I just wanted to mention that. And then here's just the red there, and then I drew the red there, and that dot there, and that dot there. And then the back, he has just the red dots there. And he has a really cool jetpack. See, as you can see that, painted these parts black. And his armor, he has a shoulder pad, and then a very large, what are they called? I just said the word before. Cufflink kind of thing. I said it before, I forget what it's called. And then he has a knee pad right there. And then same thing on the other side, so it's the same on that side. And then he has this dagger, which is custom painted, but it's not a custom weapon. So I gave this kind of like a shiny look when I made the custom. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I really like this figure. I think he's pretty awesome. And I've actually never reviewed him either. Well, I've never reviewed any of these guys, but I don't think I have shown him before, actually, but yeah. So, and then last but not least is the Clone Medic. And I've actually gotten people comments of people saying that they wanted me to review this before, and I do think that this figure is really cool, but I don't know, I didn't really want to make a separate review for him, kind of just because he's super battle damaged. And yeah, so yeah, let's get on with this. So he's kind of bloody, if you can't already tell. But that's not what's on his legs. It was actually his red, like, medic markings. I think, well, some of it might be blood, but it's just how badly messed up he is. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is really annoying. Keeps falling down. So yeah, there's pretty crazy battle damage there. And it's just all on the legs is battle damaged. And then right here is some pretty cool detail of these. Looks like a claw scratched him, and then same thing on the other side, but this is burnt. So I don't really know what kind of, maybe he got scratched here but then it burned off or whatever, burned the blood. And then here is some blood right here and bleeding, and you can see his face is all muddy and bloody, muddy and bloody. And on this side you can see there's 2 red scratches there. And on the back here, he has another 2 scratches there. So this guy's in pretty bad shape. And you can see he only has 1 piece of armor left, which is his medic sign. and he's losing his hand. His hand is burnt off, and on this side he just has a kind of messed up arm. And yeah, and then here's his helmet, which I think is the coolest part. I can actually show you that. Oops. Oh, luckily that didn't fall the table. Oh, there's really no good way to show this. So I don't know if you can tell, but I kind of burnt the top part with a lighter, with a flame, and yeah, it gave it this really cool battle damage look. So I painted it and then I burnt it with a flame. So I think this helmet's probably the coolest piece on this guy. And this guy only has like 2 pieces because it was this. And yeah, that's actually it. So he has 1 piece on him. It's kind of crazy compared to all my other customs. And then here is his weapon. So it's not really a weapon. He actually made this for something to put under his shoulder, which I can't actually do, but it's just really for him to use to walk, because since he's all damaged, he probably has like a broken ankle or whatever, and he's using that to walk, this weapon to walk. So yeah, also I forgot to say, I think there is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. I think there's 11 or 14 pieces. Yeah, 14 pieces on this guy. So yeah, and then there's 1 piece on this guy. So yeah, that is gonna be it for the video. I don't know how long this video is, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna be getting back into making customs a lot more. This is kind of like a new setup. If you can't already tell, I'll pick up the camera and show you this new setup. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day.